Hey, Chesh,
Yeah.
guess what?
What?
I got fired today.
What?
April Fools! Welcome back to the third season of Reconfiguring Reality. Today, we're going to talk about the history of April Fool's Day. I'm Laura.
I'm Josh.
Let's get into this. Okay, I'm going to say right off the bat,
Hmm.
I hate those April Fool pranks of, oh, we're pregnant, April Fools, because that's not funny, people. Let's not do that. Let's stop. Quit.
I just am not a big fan of April 1st or April Fool's Day in general. Like, there's really no point to it besides playing pranks, and some people get very mean with their pranks.
Do we know why or how April Fool's Day began?
You know what? I don't think anybody's ever actually gone through and given a history. I think people have just been like, "Oh, it's April 1st, it's April Fool's Day." But no one's ever asked or really figured it out.
And for the record, I'm not a fan of April Fool's Day either. I'm not a fan of pranks in general. However, if I ever need a good laugh, I will watch pranks on YouTube. I just
I
hate
like
jump
the
scares.
pranks when they're harmless. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
prefer.
Like the ones where somebody's standing behind a door and you walk in and they go boo. That kind of prank.
Yeah, kind of. The things that aren't, because some people take it a little too far.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the harmless, hey, it was funny, I spooked you, or I did something and made you believe, I don't know what was happening, but at the end of the day, everybody's laughing. Those to me are pranks. Those are, in good spirit, ended on a good note, you're good to go. The ones where people take it completely too far and you're the only one laughing at the end and nobody else is, that's not a prank. You were just a dick.
Did you have you ever seen the Christmas tree jump scare prank?
I don't think I have. Oh, wait, is the guy dressed as is this the same guy that dresses as a bush and hides in a potted plant and will boop at people?
Or the snowman?
Yes, I think I have the same idea. Yeah, those I think are done in good spirit. I do know that guy's been punched once because again, you're scaring people.
Uh the
But
scary snowman prank. I mean, there's a
Mhm.
whole freaking okay, that's loud. There's a whole freaking YouTube dedicated to it. It's
If you
freaking
guys don't know what we're talking
hysterical.
about, we can link them in the description below so you guys can get a sense of what we're talking about.
Oh, I am so yeah.
Yeah, we'll link them down below and give them their credit, of course. But, but though those pranks are done in good faith, they're done to be funny, they're done to be, I'm not here out to ruin your life or do something big and make you feel like trash.
Right.
They're done to be funny. They're done to get a laugh. You notice that when the people get scared and they realize it's a person, some of them laugh, some of them are like, "Oh my God," like that relief look on their face. And then some of them are, um upset or whatever because somebody probably punched the guy. So, you know, that is a good-hearted prank.
So April Fool's Day, of course, is celebrated on April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And we know it's a tradition that has been around for centuries and
Mm-hmm.
involves pranks and jokes. But nobody is certain where it originated from. That's why we've never gotten the history of it. Nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
There are several theories, and one of the theories is that in France, when they adopted the Gregorian calendar under
Mm-hmm.
Pope Gregory the what is that, the 13th, when they moved the new year to January 1st instead of late March, early April. They
Mm-hmm.
used to like tease and prank people who like didn't realize that the thing had changed, the date has changed, and
Mm-hmm.
still celebrated New Year's on April 1st. They used to
That
prank
kind
those
of makes
people.
sense.
Yeah, it kind of does, and that was back in 1582.
Yeah, so I mean that kind of makes sense in regards to like, oh, the new year hasn't changed yet. You've been pranked or whatever. We changed it
Yeah,
to this date. That's like telling somebody, like, hey, Christmas isn't gonna be on the 25th anymore. We're pushing it to the 28th.
yeah, and then they're
You
gonna
know?
tease you because you still celebrated on the 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean that's not as harmful as like some of the stuff that you and I have seen online.
right. Another theory is that it is from the cultural festival at the end of March that
Mm-hmm.
is revolves around the spring equinox, Hilaria.
Mm-hmm.
It says the Roman festival of Hilaria celebrated at the end of March, which involved masquerades and dressing up. So that's another theory of where it came from.
But that sounds more like a parade and a celebration than an actual pranking.
It does, but if they were pranking at that festival and it evolved into simple pranks, that would
Mm.
make sense.
But then that would lead me to the question of have we evolved so much that we just no longer do a proper festival for it and we just do the pranks?
That's what this suggests. Yes,
Hmm.
right. And then the last one, the last theory that I found suggests that it comes from the ancient roots, with the connection to the goddess Venus,
Mm-hmm.
which was because April was her birthday month.
Oh, that also makes good sense. Yeah.
So
But if we're connecting it to that, I don't see the purpose of pranking for that one.
yeah, me neither. But I think that the France one makes the most sense to me, honestly.
I
But
do too, yeah.
I wasn't alive back then, so I couldn't tell you.
Nope. Wasn't even a thought.
Nope. I'm sure I have ancestors back there, but not in France. Well, you never know, because my family is from Germany, so I may have had relatives in France.
Yeah, I have some German in me as well, and also English, so somebody could be from
You never know.
France.
Yeah, yeah.
But I haven't gone that deep into, my lineage or anything like that. But no,
So,
I'm more inclined to believe like the first story that you read.
mhm. Yeah, it's interesting too because there are traditions that come along with April Fool's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the pranks and the April Fools
Of
are a
course.
tradition in themselves, but in France they have um, a prank called the April Fish. I'm not going to try to pronounce this in French because I do not speak French and I do not want to butcher it, but it translates to April Fish.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is it's a prank where people try to stick a paper fish on their friend's back without the friend noticing.
So kind of like how we do the whole kick me sign, they're just doing
That's
it with a piece of paper with a fish on it.
I thought the same exact thing. The UK also has traditions for April Fool's
Hmm.
Day. Do you want to know what the UK's tradition
Of
is?
course.
They do pranks, but they only do pranks before noon.
You know what? I respect that because you can't interrupt tea time.
Oh goodness, that's funny. So this article also states that in modern days evolved into a global lighthearted day for media outlets, companies, and individuals to play harmless pranks. Folks, let's emphasize on the harmless, please.
Yes, a very huge emphasis on harmless. And we all know what that means. And if we need to, we'll put the definition of harmless somewhere in this video. If
Right?
you don't know, we'll also put it in the description if you still don't understand. Harmless. Don't harm other people. If it causes mental, emotional, or physical harm, don't do it.
And in another note, the definition of harmless is not able or likely to cause harm. Okay.
Like the fact that we have to put a disclaimer out there should tell you how people are.
Let's see what Wikipedia says, because,
You know how much I love Wikipedia as a news source.
yeah, it doesn't give us anything new.
Do you have any traditions that you do on April Fool's
I
Day?
hate April Fool's Day. No, I don't. I don't.
I put it up there with St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day is like, oh, wear green and you won't get pinched kind of thing.
Never heard
I
that.
I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I don't I when I was in dance, they'd go around on St. Patty's Day if we had dance class that day. And they'd be like, "Are you wearing green? Are you wearing green?" You're like, you'd show off whatever you're wearing that's green. And if you weren't, they would pinch you.
Weird. Okay.
And
No.
apparently that was like a thing of like if you didn't wear green, they would that you just get pinched. And I was like, this is weird. Obviously wasn't a huge fan of it because I was just like, green is not like a favorite color of mine. It's
Yeah.
really not in my wardrobe. Why would I be wearing this if I'm not gonna wear this specifically for a holiday? And you know, like when you're young and your school does Spirit Day or whatever the heck it is,
Yeah.
and it's just all of these silly things and these colors, and I'm like, dude, I don't have the closet for this. Like I dress relatively neutral to what I like. So I'm like I'm not sat here getting a whole new wardrobe for some holiday that comes around once a year. And that's not even that big of a deal.
Okay. So apparently, in 1686, John Aubrey referred to the celebration of Fool's Holly Day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a celebration. I guess in Great Britain. Um, this was the first British reference of April 1st of April Fool's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and on April 1st, 1698, several people were tricked into going to the Tower of London to see the lions washed, but that event actually never happened. So
Oh.
I'm not quite sure where that came from. That is very interesting. I guess that was a prank all in itself.
Somebody went through a lot of trouble to advertise that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm wondering, does it give a number of how many people showed up, or is it just like a lot of people showed up
No,
to
it
watch it?
doesn't. It doesn't say.
Yeah, so someone went through a lot of trouble to be like, hey, this is going on this day at this time, spread it around. Everybody's gonna want to see what when you said the lions getting washed.
Uh huh.
I don't, if that was me, I'd be like, okay, cool. Some statues getting cleaned. Feel
Right.
like that'd be a
Okay.
part of daily maintenance.
um. Uh. In Armenia,
Hmm.
they have popular pranks for April Fool's Day. Do you want to hear some of these?
Oh, I would love to. The popular pranks? Oh, jeez.
Let's see. Popular April Fool's pranks in Armenia include common harmless tricks like tying a friend or coworker's shoelaces together,
Okay, I can see that being, yeah, that's pretty harmless.
hiding plastic spiders in drawers of people in their workplace,
Oh no. Yeah, no, that's also pretty harmless, but still.
switching sugar for salt in the hopes of startling an acquaintance as they take a sip of their morning coffee.
Okay, okay. Remember, harmless. We're not causing bodily harm. No poisoning people. We
I
gotta
mean, that
preference this
that's
to some
fine.
of the
It's fine.
viewers. Switching out
Um,
salt and sugar is fine. Don't poison your coworkers.
Armenian politicians are also known to participate in pranks. In 2013, on a news site, there was a report. In 2013, on a news site, it was reported to have asked politicians from Armenia to lie for April Fool's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's funny. Politicians lie anyway. One tall tale told by a politician was that a municipal budget planned to repair all the city's streets. Of course, this was not actually a planned event, but efforts were being made to restore road infrastructure around that time. In Germany, an
Mm-hmm.
April Fool prank consists of tricking someone else to believe a fake story.
Yeah,
Like I did at the beginning of the podcast.
exactly like that. Again,
Exactly.
harmless. Emphasizing harmless.
In Ireland, it was traditional to entrust the victim with an important letter to be
The
given to a named
victim.
person. That person would read the letter, then ask the victim to take it to someone else, and so on. The letter, when opened, contained the words "send the fool further." It's like a
I
game of
like that.
telephone.
I like that. It's like the holiday fruit cake for Christmas. Just pass it to the next person. It's just the
Pass it
same
on.
fruit cake every year.
Gross.
I honestly, I like that a lot because it allows for somebody to, one, start it, and then if someone didn't have an idea or a plan or anything, continue on with it. I also think it would be funny if each person who was a victim, like the person that started it, would put like their name at the bottom, and then each person who handed it off to another person would put their name at the bottom so that you could see how many people got this card.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything else in here? Italy, France, Belgium, and French-speaking areas.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the fish.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we had a guy that was staying with us. Um, when my kids were younger, we basically lived like nine of us in a house, and we had people stay on the couch sometimes if they needed to cross somewhere. And we had a guy staying, and it was right around the time of fucking what is that movie? Paranormal Activity.
Mm.
It was right around the time of that, so we would watch these Paranormal Activity movies, right?
That's a good movie.
Well, the one guy that stayed with us decided to be a dick and get like a full body like Slenderman outfit. He had
Oh
like the whole body
no.
black latex outfit, and in order to leave the house from the upstairs, you had to go downstairs and walk through a closet to get to the main building part to go outside. Okay, he hid in that closet to get anybody that came down the steps.
I would have killed that
Jump
man.
out of them. Yeah. So he jumped out at my son, who screamed and then cried because that was his fear reaction. And he jumped out at me, and I didn't even flinch. And he's lucky I didn't flinch because I probably would have punched him. If he
Hmm.
scared me, I would have punched him. But that was his prank. My ex almost did punch him. Yeah, that was a prank that we lived through.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's the definition of harmful. Someone cried and then someone would have gotten hit if they were scared. Harmful.
Other pranks that we did is we would hide one shoe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we would hide a shoe.
A
um,
singular shoe.
um, I know. The one year we hid all the forks.
That's just mean. Imagine trying to eat a salad and you're just like, well, I got a
Stupid shit.
spoon and a knife.
Stupid shit. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah. So there's your April Fools. I've always hated April Fools though.
I just don't see the point in April Fools. Kind of like I don't see the point in St. Patty's Day. Um, and
I
mainly
mean,
because people use
why
St. Patty's Day as an excuse to drink.
why wait until April Fool's Day to prank people? Guys, do it every day, then they'll never see it coming.
Just do it. Why are you waiting? Just do it.
Yeah, I can honestly say I'm not a huge fan of April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, there's a lot of small holidays that like what is it? I want the calendar that has all of like the everyday holidays on it, like,
Yeah.
National Dogs Day, National
You know,
Birthday Cake Day.
we're actually gonna be touching base on some of those holidays.
Yeah. But I want a calendar that states them because there are some that I'm genuinely interested in, but like these big holidays, quote unquote, that are on every calendar, again, April Fool's Day, St. Patrick's Day, like stuff like that. I don't care about them.
That's gonna be it for today's podcast.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, send us to your friends. Put some shit down in the comments. Talk to us. We love to read them. We love to respond. Let us know if you
Tell us
guys
your
have.
favorite pranks.
Exactly. Tell us your favorite pranks. Tell us your least favorite pranks. Tell us your most harmful and non-harmful pranks. Let us know if you enjoyed the podcast. Let us know if you have any topics that you'd like for us to discuss. Again, my name
Join our
is Chesh.
Discord.
Yes, join the Discord, damn it. Again, my name is Chesh. I have Miss Lorelai with me, and this has been Reconfiguring Reality.
Bye everyone.
Bye bye.
Jericho just walked up to me and said, "Where's the Zoom information?" I said, "It's okay, we're done." He said, "What? You did it without me? You didn't wait for me?" I'm like, "No, we didn't
Like,
wait for you."
no. You're like, Chesh and I got lives, dude. You wait, you too long.